The Monday anxiety. You're chilling on Sunday afternoon, then boom, anxiety hits about Monday morning. Your brain starts processing future stress before it even happens. Researchers found that our minds are terrible at staying in the present moment, turning imagined scenarios into real emotions. It's like your brain is loading tomorrow's problems into today's headspace, making peaceful moments feel impossible. You're literally suffering through a Monday that doesn't even exist yet. Mood mirroring effect. You walk into a room and you instantly feel the vibe without anyone saying a word. That's emotional contagion. You're literally catching other people's emotions like a virus. Mirror neurons in your brain automatically mimic the facial expressions and body language of others, triggering the same emotions in you. It's why one person's bad mood can kill the whole party, and why positive energy spreads just as fast. This isn't weakness, it's evolution helping us bond and survive in groups. The Hedonic Treadmill. You finally get that salary raise, that new car, or your dream vacation, but the happiness boost lasts way shorter than expected. That's the Hedonic Treadmill. Your brain has a happiness set point, and it always returns there no matter what happens. Researchers found that lottery winners and people who lose limbs report similar happiness levels after adjusting. It's like your brain has emotional cruise control, constantly bringing you back to the baseline. This explains why you're never satisfied. Every win feels temporary because your brain resets to neutral. The mood bias. When you're sad, everything feels tragic. When you're happy, the world seems brighter. That's because your current mood acts like a filter for your memories. A happy mood unlocks happy memories, while being sad brings up all the depressing stuff. Your brain stores emotional memories in clusters. So feeling one way makes you remember other times you felt the same way. It's why breakups feel so devastating. Suddenly you only remember the good times, or why depression makes everything seem hopeless. Your mood literally rewrites your past. The Familiarity Bias. You're scrolling through your Spotify playlist and skip past a song for the 100th time. Then boom, one day you're actually listening to it and thinking, wait, this is actually good. That's the exposure effect. Your brain develops positive feelings toward things you encounter repeatedly, even if you initially dislike them. It's why arranged marriages often work better than expected, and why Stockholm Syndrome exists. Your emotional system mistakes familiarity for safety and comfort. Repeated exposure literally rewires your emotional responses, making strangers feel like friends. The prediction trap. You imagine how amazing that vacation will be or how devastated you'll feel if something goes wrong, but you're probably wrong about both. That's effective forecasting error. Your brain is terrible at predicting future emotions. We overestimate how intense and long-lasting our emotional reactions will be. This is why people think marriage will make them permanently happy or that failure will ruin their lives forever. Your brain lacks the emotional imagination to accurately predict how resilient and adaptable you really are. The comparison trap. Your coffee tastes amazing after drinking hotel coffee for a week, but terrible after visiting Starbucks. That's the contrast effect. Your mood and satisfaction depend heavily on what you experienced recently. Your brain doesn't judge experiences in isolation. It compares them to the recent references. This explains why social media makes people miserable. Everyone else's highlight reel makes your normal life feel boring. It's also why gratitude practices work. They reset your comparison baseline, making ordinary moments feel extraordinary. Social battery drain. You've been smiling and being nice all day, and suddenly you're exhausted. The mental effort of managing your emotions and others' feelings drains your psychological battery. Service workers, actors, and anyone in people-facing roles experience this constantly. The peak end rule. You remember your vacation based on the best moment and how it ended, not the average experience. That's the peak end rule. Your brain judges entire experiences based on two key moments, the emotional peak and the final impression. This explains why a great meal with bad service feels disappointing, or why a difficult relationship with a sweet goodbye feels positive. Your memory doesn't do math on your emotions, it just remembers the highlights and the ending. The winter mood trap. When the days in winter get shorter, your mood changes with them. That phenomenon literally has a name, seasonal affective disorder. But even people without it experience mood changes with weather and light exposure. Your brain's circadian rhythms control more than sleep. They regulate mood neurotransmitters too. Less sunlight means less serotonin production, making winter feel emotionally heavy. It's why vacation photos make you happy and why rainy days feel melancholy. Your mood is literally connected to the sky above you. The blinders effect. You think moving to Spain will make you happy because you're focusing on the sunny weather and the amazing culture, but you're ignoring the downsides, like the cost of living or leaving your friends behind. That's the focusing illusion. When making decisions, your brain overweights the most obvious factor while ignoring everything else. This is why major life changes often disappoint. You fixate on the one thing you want to escape or gain, but forget that happiness actually comes from relationships, purpose, health, and daily routine. Emotional shutdown. After a big fight or emotional breakdown, you feel numb and can't access your feelings normally. That's an emotional shutdown. Just like muscles need recovery time after exercise, your emotional system needs downtime after intense experiences. Your brain temporarily shuts down emotional processing to protect itself from overload. This explains why you can't immediately bounce back from heartbreak or why therapy sometimes feels pointless right after trauma. Your emotional system is literally offline and needs time to reboot. Emotional decision making. When you're in a good mood, everything seems possible. When you're down, nothing feels worth trying. Your current emotional state colors every decision, judgment, and prediction you make. Happy people take more risks, make optimistic forecasts, and see opportunities everywhere, while sad people become conservative, pessimistic, and risk-averse. This isn't rational thinking. It's your emotions hijacking your decision-making process without you realizing it. The instant relief trap. When you feel bad, you automatically try to fix it by online shopping, eating, listening to music, or calling friends. That's mood repair. Your brain has built-in mechanisms to regulate emotional states, but sometimes these fixes backfire. Retail therapy creates debt problems, comfort food leads to guilt, and social media makes you feel worse. The irony is that trying too hard to feel better often makes you feel worse. Emotional memory glitch. Why do you easily remember major events like marriage or buying your first car but forget what you had for lunch yesterday? That's because emotional memories get special treatment in your brain. Strong emotions trigger stress hormones that strengthen memory formation, making emotional experiences stick while neutral ones fade. This is why traumatic memories feel so vivid and why your first kiss is burned into your brain forever. Your emotions literally decide what's worth remembering and what gets deleted from your mental hard drive. Emotional hangover. You go to a party, have amazing conversations, laugh all night, then the next day you feel completely drained and need to hide from humanity. That's the emotional hangover. Intense social interactions, even positive ones, deplete your psychological energy just like alcohol depletes your physical energy. Your brain processes emotions, facial expressions, and social cues constantly during interactions, creating mental fatigue that hits you later. Introverts experience this more intensely, but even extroverts get emotional hangovers from overwhelming social situations. It's why you need alone time to recharge after big events. The overthinking spiral. You worry about being late to a business meeting, then suddenly you're convinced you'll get fired, become homeless, and end up completely alone with 10 cats and a dog named Truffles. That's the overthinking spiral. Your brain takes one small worry and creates elaborate disaster scenarios, each thought feeding the next until you're catastrophizing about things that haven't happened and probably never will. This happens because your brain's threat detection system gets stuck in a loop, treating imaginary problems like real emergencies. It's like your mind is a search engine that only returns worst-case scenarios, making mountains out of molehills until you can't tell reality from anxiety. Emotional numbness effect. Sometimes you feel so overwhelmed by emotions that you stop feeling anything at all. That's emotional numbness. Common scenarios are when a loved one passes away, or you get laid off. When stress, anxiety, or sadness become too intense, your nervous system shuts down emotional processing entirely. This protective mechanism helps you survive crisis, but makes you feel disconnected from yourself and others, even when the danger passes. So have you ever experienced one of these glitches? Tell me in the comments, and if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.